Travel Diaries Japan edition. So this is the second entry in my travel diaries, and I'm in a place in Japan called Fukushima. Now, Fukushima is known to be the most radioactive place on Earth currently, which is kind of crazy. There was an earthquake back in 2011, which essentially coincided with a radiation spill of sorts, and that's what makes it the most radioactive place on Earth. So it's currently Friday, woke up at 7 o'clock, did a workout this morning, and off to the airport. So traveling up north to a place called Sapporo. So it'll be a pretty hectic day of traveling, but it'll be pretty cool. Seeing the north of Japan, hopefully a bit different to the rest of Japan. And then on Monday, flying to South Korea. So stay tuned, I'll keep you up to date with what we're up to today. So just picked up a quick Starbucks, basic bitch. But the real observation I've had from Starbucks is the way how it just dominated the Japanese market. People absolutely love Starbucks here. You go to train stations and you see maybe 3 or 4 Starbucks in the same location, which is crazy. They've essentially focused on monopolizing the market. And I think you think of it as a business model, and why it's so effective is just because they're so omnipresent. So yeah, gonna tuck into this, jump on the train now, quite early. Not a bad Starbucks. Fukushima, pretty cool place, not much to do here. Went on a good little walk yesterday, but it's boiling. So average temperature every day here in Japan is about 34, 35 degrees. It is so humid. It is uncomparable to anything that I've experienced in Europe or in the Pacific where I was at before, or Australia's East Coast. It's just so sticky. But anyways, off to get the train now. I'll show you what the plane's like. We'll go through all of that. Maybe we might be getting on one of the famous bullet trains, so let's see. All checked in the airport now, and there's something about airports that I actually love. I think it's just the excitement to go and fly and see new places. See if we can get any planes in there. Yep, nice. It's a flight, takes off in about an hour's time. Takes just over an hour to get there. It's a pretty quick flight internally. Nice call here, gonna crack on with some work before the flight. Always good to get some opportunities in to get some extra work done. Just walking through the streets now of Sapporo, and it was a pretty long day traveling. So we left at 9:15 and it is just gone 4 o'clock. So a pretty hefty one. But Sapporo, something different, north of Japan. Plan is to get in, did some work on the plane, also did some stuff while we were traveling. So yeah, all good. Gonna head in, put the suitcases in, probably get some food, do some work, and then go to call later. So if you want an example of how to differentiate any type of business possible, look at this. We're at this coffee shop and they give you essentially a card telling you what your coffee is, where it's from, which is fantastic. And that allows them to charge a premium price. Just look at how this coffee is served. I bet it's going to be excellent. Now it's time for the taste test. Let's try it. It's very strong. It's good. It's good though. Cheers. And that's how they do coffee in Japan. Very few places are good at coffees here, but when you find a good one, hang on to it. So stupidly finished dinner but forgot to record the meal, but the food was exceptional. So here in Japan is probably most famous globally for its sushi. However, I don't think that's the go-to meal here, and one of the best meals, and unfortunately I finished the food, is their Japanese barbecues, which kind of takes influence from Korean barbecues as well, but honestly it's incredible. You literally select your meat on a menu, you cook it yourself, and for probably the equivalent of £10–15 a head, if that, you get a fantastic meal. Keep on ordering. The service, super efficient. You pick up the food there, sometimes they don't see. Really good place. Food, 10/10. Seriously, Japan is off the charts when it comes down to food. Shame I couldn't show you, but Google it. Honestly, barbecue's unreal. In central Sapporo, and it is lively today. Some really, really cool buildings. Good atmosphere here. Food's been good. Good vibrancy. On a little walk now to a park, and then off back to do some work. Even more lively down here. So we've got essentially a street fair that's going on, which is pretty cool. Very, very traditional or traditionally Japanese. Some music going on there. Really, really vibrant. It is a Friday night. Let's explore some more. So that's that call's done. Since then, I've worked a bit on our new coaching program, which is amazing, and focusing on that now. So tucking with that for a couple more hours, and then I'll read. So I'll be back to you next when I'm reading, and I'll show you what I'm reading. So for the final vlog of today, I'm essentially reading now, which is one of my favorite pastimes, and I've religiously been reading for over the past 3 years, and I just think the knowledge you can get from books is invaluable. Right now I'm reading Thinking Slow and Fast by Daniel Kahneman, I believe his surname is, who is actually a Nobel Prize economist. He won the Nobel Prize in 2002 for economics, which is pretty cool. And just reading this book here, I'm literally 2 days in. Such a good book so far, and it was after searching for a few psychology books that I found it. And I love any books that connect psychology and economics, and just kind of how that all intertwines with each other. Hit subscribe, share this with a friend. I love you, take care.